What is up, beautiful people? I hope you had a great Easter. Today we're gonna go back to basically reviewing a K-pop video. A lot of you guys say I need to go back to EXO. EXO I think is a great group itself. They're very talented and I think they're fantastic. They're always full of energy and I think their videos are generally always interesting to look at. And today we're gonna go look at EXO and Love Me Right. Now this is a song from EXO that is basically nearly 6 years old. That is quite old actually, because all the videos I reviewed are maybe from 2018, 19, 2020, maybe even 2021, but 2015 is a bit, out of my league actually. But I anyway want to see what they did with this video, because I think there are some videos out there even from the 1990s where you can still learn from. So it's always worth to go back in time to actually analyze other videos back in the time. And guys, before we get into the video, like always, make sure to leave your comments below with what video you want me to review next. Should it be EXO? Should it not be EXO? Should it be Bambi? I have no idea. Put it in the comments below. And let's not waste any more time and let's go right into Love Me Right by EXO. Oh, did you guys see that? It basically on beat, it was first like monochrome, it was black and white, and then with the flash of the lights in the background, the lights were turned on and the colors were turned on. A really cool effect. I've never used something like this before, but that's super cool. That's creative and it's not difficult to do. It's basically cutting a scene into two sections, one with color, one without color, and put them together and on beat, make sure that the color gets turned on. Super cool, super creative. Very cinematic already that you see. Another thing I noticed is that basically we see these white bars up and down. For the people who know, I think cinematic bars, either you should film with an anamorphic lens or you shouldn't, but it does add a little bit more aesthetic to your entire videos. I think it's fun to use them. I think they're great to use. It just puts the scene a little bit more into focus, but the white here, I think, is not the right choice because so far all the colors are a little bit dark. It's nothing too bright. So it's a little bit of real heavy white on the top and the bottom and some very dark colors in the video itself, which are a little bit too contrasting for my taste. See this dark color still? For example, this is a very good example actually where I can tell you that it's just a little bit too bright. And you can see it, like this is the white tone that you can see in this video. I don't know if you guys can see it. You guys can see it. This is the white tone that they should also use as cinematic bars. Don't make the up and lower bar whiter than your video. It's just a little bit too much for the eyes to take in. It's very bright compared to the rest. The lip sync is, I always think the lip sync is a topic where I think like, oh god, this can be good or it can be bad. Here it's really just mediocre. There's not a lot of emphasis put into it and I think they could do much better, and I think they do in their newer videos, but here you can see that it's still a little bit, yeah, well, it's the old school of K-pop. I saw it in more videos where it's mediocre. Really nice colors though, really beautiful colors. I always think of buying one of these lights. I think they're fantastic for backdrops. I don't know who it was, but it was a cinematographer? Yeah, cinematographer who basically said that he loves shooting in Asia because they have all these neon lights, and neon lights are beautiful to pick up on cameras. And I totally agree. When I was in Tokyo, it's just fantastic. The photos will always look great and your outcome will always look great, which is, I think, the best thing ever. For example, in these scenes, the white bars do make sense because the brightness is really there. It matches one another. I just still think the white is not complementing a lot of the video. Maybe 60-70% of it is a little bit too dark for it. But hey, they went the choice. Either go black or white. They went with white. If they're happy with it, that's totally fine. For me, however, I would have made it black most likely. Really cool song though, very energetic. I think it's very EXO, it's very full of energy, and I think they're really fun to watch. And yeah, I think for the video itself so far, it's really well filmed. However, and I just want to say one more thing. Like I said, these bars that you see on the top and the bottom, They are not really needed. I think it would have been a little bit better without them. You would have seen all their feet. Everyone would have been in focus a little bit better, and you would see their hand movements because they're cut out here, as you can see on the very top. They could have done a little bit better, I think, and by a little bit better, just remove them. Because the rest of it is just great, actually. Really nice colors. I love these kind of colors. It just looks beautiful to look at, and I cannot really say anything bad about it. It just looks fantastic. Very simple, but I still like the cinematography here. The camera never stands still, and it just picks up all the memories. And I like this. I don't know why. Is this the same group? I need to quickly check. SM Town. They don't really work with BTS, if not correct. I think they don't, which is good. But I do get this kind of BTS vibe here for some reason. It could be that the videographers or the director behind the team maybe did a project in the past with BTS, or he's currently working with BTS. I don't know who came first, the chicken or the egg. But for this video, I can really say that it gives me this BTS vibe for some reason. Very playful. Very random scenes though, like we're jumping everywhere. We're jumping from forest to what is this? A school? A castle? I don't know. I think this is the building itself. To a soccer field. There's so many things happening. I don't know why, but it's okay. It's very creative, I think. And now someone is... No, he's not dead. One thing I do really notice about the clothing here, which is fantastic, is that the clothes have a lot of contrast to it. I mean, here you see black and white stripes, which is generally a very contrasting color combination, but I want to go back a little bit. For example, here we have them wearing two types of clothes. One is just wearing a plain shirt, which is most likely beige or white or anything in that color pattern, while here we have someone wearing a pattern. The pattern is very visible, and that's what I like. I like when things are very contrasting to one another, and it's also the only black thing in scene. It just looks good. You can kind of see though that in the scene itself, they were really enjoying this the most, I think. I think when they filmed this, this is where they really enjoyed their times the most, because there's no acting, it's just them being themselves. Bit of a Taemin, Michael Jackson move. There's a lot of scenes going on. I think some of the scenes are a little bit too quick. I mean, if you go here just, it's very quick and it's sadly not on beat. I think this was a perfect opportunity to cut on beat. You know, this tick tick, like 2 shots on that but they didn't. It seems a little bit too automated here. Yeah. Again, we're living in a different age now, you know, 6 years past this, so a lot of things could have changed, but it's still a fantastic video to look at. And EXO is just really enjoying it. Ah, dude, did you miss? I want to see where he hit the bottle. 1 sec. Oh no, he nearly missed. Oh god. I still hit it, you know, but it would have been cooler if he like hit it a little bit more on the top to make it go a little bit more dangerous. But at the same time, this is dangerous to do. Glass can go anywhere. It can go into your eyes. And he's not wearing headgear. He's not wearing glasses. Take care when you do stunts like this, guys. It looks cool on camera, but it's not cool to end up in a hospital because you have glass in your eye. It's not fun. Really beautiful. Oh, yeah. Let me have a look at that scene. I want to see the colors. I think this just looks beautiful. This is one of those things you can just print and hang on the wall. It just looks great from color combinations. This is also just a great photo. Fantastic. I love when colors really fit. And they did a fantastic job there with the very, well, turning the scene a little bit blue, but the pink contrast is great. And there's a lot of detailed shots here. It's just fantastic, this video actually. Really fun to watch. Like literally everything just seems really enjoyable. I have nothing to say. Like sometimes I'm just quiet when I watch a K-pop video, and when I am, I'm actually enjoying it and I'm trying to analyze things. And if something doesn't make sense to me, I'll stop it. But here it's really one of the songs that I'm like, I really don't have too much to say actually. It's simple, but it's nice to look at. Oh, one sec. That's cool. A reflection of one of the members. That's a nice little add-on. You see, here they actually did the editing on beat, like this. Fantastic. This is how it should be. When you edit on these snares, edit on them, but don't make it randomly. Here it works, and then on another beat they don't do it. A little bit, yeah, inconsistent actually. But they fixed it on the end, so they knew what they were doing. I love neon lights, but actually there's no but. It's just great. Great, great, great. I just saw it was getting dark in my room, so I had to put on my little LED light here. But let me just say it, this is a really good video. I have really not too much to say about it. The only thing what I don't really like too much about the entire production is, in all honesty, the editing. The editing is very inconsistent. And I had issues like this before in my own productions, where you can literally see that most likely 2 people were editing this. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad. And that's because it's inconsistent. And when you have inconsistency, it either means that someone was rushing it, or 2 people were working on the project. And I have a feeling either or happened here, because like I say, I'm not a real big fan of those white bars. I mean, this is nothing about inconsistency. It's there over the entirety of the video, but it just doesn't feel that right. And I'm actually amazed that someone approved of this. Like, I would have said, guys, can we just try black and look at this as well? White is a little bit too aggressive here, especially all the shots being a little bit darker, and it's actually blinding me on my monitor. I mean, I got a 400 nit monitor. Like I say, it's super bright. It's like a light. It's like basically this light pointing into my eyes. It's really bright. And this is something that I don't understand what they really did with that. And also when editing on beat, I think when you do it for the entirety of the video. It's very simple and it just makes the video look so much better. But if I have to give this video a proper grade, I'm going to give this a solid 8 out of 10. I think it's a fun song. I think it's a fun video. There's a lot to show. Maybe at times it went a little bit too quick, but you do get a lot for your money and a lot for your 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It's generally a really, really, really fun video to look at. But what do you think of EXO and Love Me Right? Do you enjoy the video? Do you like looking at all your members getting the time that they require on the video? What do you think is good about it? What do you think is bad about it? Put it in the comments below. I would love to hear your comments. And like always, guys, to support the channel, please make sure you hit the like button and make sure you're subscribed. And I look forward to see you on the next video.